out there, and I mean, I had waves that were like 3 times taller than me crashing on my head. I remember being down underwater, swirling around, having no idea which way was up. Come out, and the sand would drip down your throat, that saltwater sand, and it was awesome.
Yeah, sorry about the distraction there. I'm currently in the process of bringing up the live stream. K6USY operating remote from Pismo Beach.
All right, Aaron. I'll wait here for the net. Good talking to you. Have fun down there for the 4th K6USY Pismo Beach, WA6LOL, Sonora.
Dave, yep, sounds good. And I need to go pull out my handheld. I have no idea what grid square I'm in, so I should look that up so I can use that to check in.
K6USY. K6USY, KM6SRR.
Hello, 1, 2, hello, hello.
Check. Okay, good. I can hear myself come back to Mike's radio. K6USY in CM95.
K6USY, KM6SRR.
Yeah, hey Rob. K6USY in CM95 operating DMO6 remote.
Yeah, I should have checked you into the local club net. I forgot. I wasn't sure when you were going over there, but you're there now, I guess, QSL.
Yeah, we're going to be here all week.
Yep, I didn't know when you started, so got it down now. I should have checked you in there. Ken wasn't there either. Our regular repeater was off. He was working on it. Over.
Having dinner, so I didn't have a chance to make it back, and I left all my antenna switches set to horizontal, so I wouldn't have been able to check into the net anyways.
Well, it probably would have been okay. I mean, you got a power there, and the repeater's not that far away, line of sight. But anyway, I didn't think quick enough, so I got you checked in here. Over.
Roger. Yeah, well, it's more of an SWR issue. I mean, I'm sure if I no, there we go. If I would have turned the power down, it would have been fine, but this horizontal loop is only tuned for the bottom part of the band.
Okay. All right. Sounds good there. Got some more work done on Marcus's station there. Over.
Oh, very good. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are having fun over there in the heat.
Yeah, it's not too bad, mainly in the shade, but he had an electrician come in, and we put 2 more 120 circuits in his room there, and added a 240 volt circuit in there, and got another mast up, but not quite ready. That's the 432 horizontal, over.
Oh, very good. And then we just got to remind him to, actually get on the air.
Yeah, he's not real clear on how it all works, so I'll go over it once we get the stuff hooked up there so he can get on the air. He can on some of them right now, over.
Yeah, I think what you do, I know Ken programmed the radio, is you got to tell him on Sunday and Wednesday night go to this channel, and on Tuesday night go to this channel, and on Thursday night go to this channel, and then I think he'll get it.
Yeah, on the repeaters, I think he's just tuning it normally there, so he's getting that part. He was on the one tonight on the .61, over.
Yeah, but Ken also put in the Bozo Net frequencies into that radio, so he should just be able to, in memory mode, go from the repeater straight to the Bozo Net and then just flip the antenna switch.
Roger. Okay. We'll go over with him. He's anxious to get things going, so got to do what we can do, I guess.
Hey, Mike. K6USY and CM95 operating DMO6 remote.
Good evening, Mike. I think I heard Dave in there, LOL also.
Yeah, hi, Mike.
Yep, and put Bozo 1100 in there as well. K6USY.
KK6, ZKE.
Good evening, Terry. Got you down.
Thank you much, Rob. Good evening, all.
704, right?
704, roger.
Why? Oh, that was me, Mike. I was just saying I'm going to get my HF rig set up, so I'll be listening in the background. K6USY.
KB6RQU, K6MYC. Good to hear you. How about you, Ben? N6SWR. N6SWR Bakersfield, K6MYC, over. N6SWR, K6MYC. I hear, Rob, I hear RQU in there, so I've got him logged in, 61.
Roger. I couldn't hear him. I've been listening, but I don't know. Maybe he's pointing a different direction, over.
Yeah, he's talking to the boys down south, but I logged him anyway.
That's where you heard the 61 from you. KB6RQU, Lake Isabella. The old Bozo 61, over.
Yeah, there he is, turned around this way. Good to hear you. Good to hear you, Rick. We called for you Thursday night, of course, on 432, and each night on 2 meters prior, but we didn't hear you. But it's nice to have you in here whenever you can make it, so good deal. Listen for Rob. He'll say hello. You're getting big and loud signal now. KM6 Sugar Radio in the group to KB6RQU, K6MYC. Go ahead, Rob.
Thanks, Mike. How you doing, Rick? KB6RQU, KM6SRR.
Yeah, KM6SRR. Very good, Rob. Thanks for your phone call again. And I've been once there on 6 meters and 432 this week, but I got out here at the wrong time. I could hear Mike, but I couldn't get in. But that's the way it goes there. Over.
You could hear me this week calling you and you couldn't get through?
Anybody? Well, somebody will probably pick you up and we'll get you there. We'd like to hear you there, over.
And to call you and your key dropped out, over.
And that was a double with Rob. I didn't get what you said, Rick. I called down that way and I listened for you a couple of times. We were actually pointed your way for about 10 minutes on 432, and we had everything running. The week before, I didn't have any receive, so maybe you're thinking of the week before. But this week, this last Thursday, 3 days ago, we had good receive, and everything worked fine, and we worked all kinds of stations, so I'm sure we would have heard you. The only thing I can think of is, and I did call you right at the beginning of the hour. Maybe we missed you because of timing. I may have left you before you came up on frequency. Over to you, Rob, KM6SRR. Go ahead.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, Rick, I was just saying, don't worry about stepping on anybody. Somebody will hear you, and we'd like to hear you in there. So whenever you can hear us and Mike's not talking, give a shout. Over.
Oh, yeah, that's a dead giving there, that's for sure there. Yeah, I got out here at the wrong time. He wasn't pointed this way, and I was trying to get you when you dropped out. But anyway, that's to be expected there. Who else is on frequency? Over.
Hey, Rick, you can always send me a text and say, hey, I'm on, and I'll point your way for sure. Over.
He can't. He doesn't have a computer, Rob.
I don't have the phone with me.
Okay, Rick. Yeah, Mike, I was asking about a text, which you can do with a phone pretty easy. So I was just telling Rick he could do that, but I guess he doesn't carry his phone with him. But that's a good way of getting my attention there. Over.
Yeah, that's for sure there. Very good. Okay, Rob, if you got to say 73, I'll stick around here and listen for a little bit.
Okay, Rick. Have you heard anything from Scott over there, BRG? I sent him an email the other day. Haven't heard him on at all. Over.
No, I haven't heard him either. Sometimes I can find him on FM, but I haven't talked to him lately.
Roger. Well, if you remember, remind him that the Bozos are looking for him and like to hear him there. Anyway, good to hear you, Rick. KM6SR will be standing by. Okay, Mike, back to net. KM6SR, standing by.
Yeah, Mike, did you get me in there, WA6LOL, Sonora?
Okay, I'm back. Just getting Judy on the list here. She's taking the numbers and converting them to Nick call signs here. Okay. In any case, I did take a standby. We haven't heard Scott, like Rob said. We haven't heard Scott for some time. He apparently sent him an email, but he's not getting any responses from Scott. Maybe he's moved. I don't know. He seems like he had the capability, even though it was a meager setup. I could hear him quite regularly here. Let's look for Ben, N6SWR. Ben, are you under? If you're in there, I can hold that for you. N6SWR, K6MYC, over. Don't hear Ben at all.
Tonight Ben, N6SWR. This is KM6SR with K6MYC. 2-meter Bozo Net. You on tonight, Ben? Over. K6MYC, KM6SR. Are you there, Mike?
I'm here. Stand by. Okay. So let's see, is the LA fellas in there? I don't know who's in there tonight. Have you heard anybody with a call sign, Rob?
No, I didn't. I didn't know if you were listening for them or if you accidentally bumped the dial there. But I'm not hearing them. I've got an S2 or 3 noise. I went down and checked my garage light and it's off, so it's just noisy tonight. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm pretty quiet in that direction here. But we'll listen quickly for Pat. W6 Papa Mike Delta, W6 Papa Mike Delta, or the other station, what was it, Echo Mike X-Ray or something. I don't know who's down there. LA, anybody down there tonight? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Bozo Net, Northern California, Bozo 47, over.
That would be Mike D'Amico down there, KG6EXO.
Yeah, I don't hear him either. I could hear him in there earlier. I just don't want to miss him. We're going to turn away and we're going to lose him. How about one last call for Ben, N6SWR, Ben? Okay, nothing heard from Ben. Rick, if you're still copying, we'll look for you tomorrow. We will look for you tomorrow on 6 meters. We can look for you at the beginning of the net at 8:15 to 8:30, or we can look there for you at the end of the net at about 9:15, 9 o'clock to 9:15. Which way would you like? Over.
Well, the early one.
I didn't get that.
The early one, over.
Oh, Oh, the early one. Okay, well, we'll try to do that. You got to be there, though. The net in 222 ends at about 10 to 15 after 8, and we're available anytime at that point. But I do have the antenna north at that point, but you can catch somebody else that's on frequency, anybody in the Fresno area, and there should be quite a few, and check in with them, Rick, okay?
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Very good. Good to have you in here tonight. Is there anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley that would like to check into the 2-meter Bozo Net here, K6MYC?
Kilo 6, Victor Bravo Golf, at 971.
Okay, K6 Victor Bravo Golf, K6BBG 971. Got you, Dave. Good to hear you, and that's probably hot in the shack, right?
Oh yeah, over 100. Yeah, it's warm out here. I need to get back in the air-conditioned area.
Okay. Well, go for it. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate you being there. K6BBG, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 6, hopefully, for a few minutes. K6BBG, K6MYC.
Good evening, Dave. I hear you off the back of the antenna there. Good to hear you, KM6SRR.
Why, good evening, Rob. How are you doing, Rob?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I've been staying out of the heat, so I'm doing fine there. I hope you're doing okay with it, too. Over.
It's really hard on me, but, you know, I'm getting by. So I've got my air-conditioned room all set up out there and plugging away at rapid fishing rods.
Yeah, very good. I weeded this morning, Rob. It wasn't hot today. It was cool. It was under 100 till the end of the day. So I don't know what you're talking about, staying out of the heat. I weeded it for a couple of hours down on the north side of the barn to get that fire safe, and then we spent the rest of the day pulling weeds in the backyard in the pool area, and got that taken care of at least partially. So that was our day. Then we put a little time in the swimming pool too, which was nice, between 4 o'clock and 5 or so. All right. Anybody else for the Bozo Net here? K6MYC, standing by. Let's go down to Tascadero.
You can't tell anything over 85 is hot for me.
Okay. All right, we're turned toward Tascadero, looking for W6QUI or KN6EIV, KN6 Echo India Victor, or W6QUI. K6MYC, calling and listening.
Okay, good evening over there. W6QUI. Checking in. Eric will not be checking in. I'll check him in. He's not up on the hill tonight. That's the story over here. We're getting some of your heat wave over here. So I think we'll pack it up and send it back to you. Over.
Well, it's already here, and it's going to be 113 or 112 or something on Thursday, 111 on Wednesday. We're going to be well into the high hundreds starting tomorrow. So we don't need to send it. We've already got it. Over.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Paso Robles is going to be 115 by Friday or Saturday. That's going to be pretty miserable. We won't get quite that high here, but we were 90 today. It's starting to build up. Okay, well, anyway, other than the heat, things are going okay over here.
Okay, and the other one would be KN6EIV, Victor, KN6EIV, 1055. Oh, I'm sorry, 1044. 1044, and that's Eric. Okay, good evening, Ron. We missed you, of course, Thursday. We missed you on Tuesday night also. I don't think we heard you on Tuesday night. I don't know whether, I'm sure that Bill was here. He called over your way, but we had nobody, so maybe you might have slipped your mind. Over.
Well, no, as I told you, Sunday, I think, I was in there working on a project, and let's just say the time came and went by, and I totally forgot. So, sorry about that. Yeah, I should be okay this Tuesday. We'll look forward to that and check in.
Alrighty, very good. So we've got Eric and you checked in over there. Good to hear you. Sorry about the heat. It should cool. Usually, when it gets real hot over here, it pulls a little of that cool, moist air off the ocean. So you should cool this coming week, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, it helps us. It helps us to some degree, so we don't get the triple digits. So that's a good thing. I think Bill, WRW, I think he's out of town, so he won't be checking in. And of course, we got our club meeting Monday, tomorrow night. So I think he said he'll be back by then. So maybe we'll catch him Wednesday. Who knows? Wednesday, I got a dinner meeting at our museum, so I will not be on Wednesday, but I should be okay for Tuesday. Over.
Okay, very good. So you've got a club meeting on Wednesday or Monday?
Monday.
No, you'll be here Tuesday and Wednesday then, right?
Tuesday only. Wednesday is our monthly dinner meeting at the museum, so I will not be here Wednesday. Tuesday.
Okay, Wednesday or Thursday, no show. Very good, we got you. Look for you Tuesday then, hopefully. 7-3 for now, Ron, and we'll catch you Tuesday. W6QUI, K6MYC. Anybody else while I'm pointed toward the coast for the Bozo Net here on 2 meters? 2 meter Bozo Net, 144-240. Anybody?
W6BBS 72.
Very good. How's the hand and the wrist doing?
I'm better. I'm still not up to stuff, but it's starting to loosen up a little bit. The swelling's down. I keep icing it up and whatnot. And I did do a little bit of work today. I started digging a ditch for another water line that I've needed to extend to the back here forever and just haven't got it done. And so I worked on that for a while until my hand got too sore. But I am improving. Probably another day, and I'll be thinking about working again.
Okay, well, we don't need anything, don't think tomorrow. Nothing's pressing here. The only thing we were going to do was order some stuff, but we can do that Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. I keep thinking today was Saturday. This is Sunday. Yeah, I think one way or another, I think I'm going to come down. Let's get that stuff ordered tomorrow. You want to do that?
Sure.
All right, we'll see. Well, I'll see how my morning goes, and I was just a day off. I had my head set that we were going to order stuff Monday.
Alrighty. Very good. Thanks for checking in here. W6BBS 72. We got you. Anybody else before we go to the Bay Area? Okay, nothing heard. Let me go over to Monterey. Coming up toward Monterey. Here we are toward you, Scott. WA6LIE, WA6LIE, Monterey, K6MYC. How copy tonight, Scott?
Hey, good evening, Mike. I think I might be a little bit off frequency here. K6MYC, WA6LIE, sounding great down here, Mike. How up there, over?
Yeah, very good. A little fluttery, but quite a strong signal tonight. WA6LIE 618. That's Scott. Very good. Good to hear you. And you sound back to normal verbally. And hopefully the rehab and all is going well for you, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, still working on there, Mike. So thanks for the thoughts. And good evening, Judy. And yeah, this sounds in very good condition. So hopefully they don't get too bad. Anyhow, 7-3. Have a good evening, WA6LIE.
Okay. Very good, Scott.
Very good to hear you, Scott. I'm really glad to hear you doing so well. It's Judy.
Thank you, Judy. Appreciate that.
Okay, very good. She's been worried about you, of course, but having been through that with her father for several years, she took care of her dad while he was pretty much incapacitated from similar stuff, only he was really incapacitated. So Judy knows what you're going through, sort of. Anyway, good to hear you. Thanks for popping in, and we'll look for you tomorrow on 6 meters. The 6 meter band has been open, I guess, off and on, and a lot of short skip. I don't know if there's been anything really exciting in, but the band has been open from time to time. Nobody ever comes down on 125, but I see the spike up there on 313. 7-3, and over to Santa Cruz. Let's see if we can get an antenna a little bit more towards Santa Cruz. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. KW6 Sugar or KAF6 Yankee? AF6Y, no, that's not right. AF6 United. I have another friend, AF6Y. I don't know who he is, but that's a call that keeps popping into my head. AF6U or KW6S, over. Oh my goodness. Okay, nobody heard from Santa Cruz this evening. I can't believe it's hot over there. So there got to be another excuse. Maybe just Sunday night is a good enough excuse. All right, let me go a little bit more into the Bay Area here. And we're listening for anybody in the Bay Area, KD6SOK, KB6BA, WB6JNN, W6PQL, anybody, WA6AXX. K6MYC, 2 meter Bozo Net, Bay Area, over.
And you're doing a fantastic job, WB6GGY, Bozo 884.
Okay, well, we'll take you, Phil. You overpowered everybody, even though I'm not pointed that way. WB6 Golf Yankee, WB6GGY, 884 in Twainhart there, Phil. Very good, Phil. Good evening to you. You're sounding strong here. Go ahead.
And you're doing a fantastic job over here. We're getting some excellent conditions tonight. Okay, we'll be on the side, WB6GGY, and we'll look for you in the morning.
Yeah, okay. We had a pretty good discussion in the morning, a couple of Supreme Court cases, and quite a bit about the, a little COVID discussion and a little bit of the debate discussion. So it was pretty much rounded out with good discussion. So we hope to continue that tomorrow. All right, thanks, Phil. Good to hear you. Now into the Bay Area again. Let's try for the Bay Area. You guys were swamped out by Twainhart of all things. Go ahead, Bay Area.
KB6 MPD 1129. WB6WNI.
Okay, got a whole bunch of you here. KB6BA, let's try that one first. KB6BA, 900. That's Oliver. Yeah. Good evening, Oliver. Stand by. We'll get everybody logged in here, and then we'll get it around the loop here. I heard KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, 775. Mike. And I heard WB6WNI. Whiskey Bravo 6 Whiskey November Italy. Gary, that's 1090 1090 if I remember right, Gary. And there was a couple of other voices. Who are the others?
November 5 Delta 1129.
WB6JNN.
Okay, I hear you, Brett. Stand by. WB6 Japan November. WB6JNN number 285. Jim, good signal tonight. I can hear you for a change. That's Jim, of course, Jim Eagleson. Okay, and we have another one, N5NPD, Newman Police Department, number 1129, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, you can correct me when it gets over to you there, Brett. Okay, there may be others, but let's go with this group for the moment. KB6BA. Good evening, Oliver.
Good evening, Mike and Annette. Pretty reasonable weather. Went for another hike in the Bay Area. Got some noise in the radio in another room. But want to get some more hiking in advance of our heat wave they're expecting next week. And just taking it easy. K6MYC, KB6BA.
Yeah, well, you don't want to be hiking over here, that's for sure. We were going to be, by midweek, we'll be 112 or higher even. And it's going to be in the high hundreds all the way through the week and continuing through the weekend. I think 109 all the way through Saturday and Sunday, and they just didn't want to predict it much further, but we're really in a hot spell right now. So there you go. But I'm glad you got a nice hike in, and if you're hiking at some other altitude than flatland, why, you're probably cooled up a little bit there. Anyway, good evening to you, Oliver, and let me pass it around and see what else we got. WB6 or KB6 Whiskey November. No, KB6W. Oh, forget K. Too many calls, Mike. Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, you got it. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Go ahead, Mike.
Good evening, Mike and the group. Nothing new to report here other than it's a whopping 56 degrees and overcast. Over.
Oh, you turkey, you.
I'm getting a jacket.
Yeah, Judy's got to get a jacket listening to you. Okay, Mike, very good. A whopping 56. My gosh. Well, it's not that here. We didn't see 56 even overnight. We were in the low 60s, I think, till last night. That was as cold as it got. And so there you are. Anyway, great to hear you. Big signals from everybody tonight. We've got really, really good conditions. Finally got some good summertime conditions from you guys here. Back to you, Mike, for your final, and then we'll get it around to others. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, Daly City at 56 degrees. K6MYC at about 90.
Hi, good evening, 73. KB6WC, and Jimmy's in here too. You may want to listen for him.
Who is? W6PQL. We'll get him in a minute. Okay, let me get who we've got in here so far. We've got Gary, WB6WNI. Go ahead, Gary.
Well, thank you, Mike. K6MYC, WB6WNI, and it is 1090. So you got it correct. Well, we didn't do much. We did some planting, did a little bit of planting before the heat wave, and today it only hit about 84, so that is cool compared to you guys. So, and we just finished dinner, but a nice day. Yeah, I'm afraid most of the excitement was going out shopping. So, anyway, not much else to report, Mike, but I will turn it back to you. K6MYC, WB679.
Okay, thanks, Gary, and we'll see you, of course, tomorrow night on 6 meters. And then through the rest of the week on the various bands there. Very good. Okay, on your exciting shopping day. We haven't been shopping because we don't have any way to get shopping unless somebody hauls us into town. That may happen next week. We don't know. Anyway, good to hear you. Let's see. Jim, over to you. WB6JNN, K6MYC. Was this a flight day?
No, I got nothing to fly right at the moment. Everything's broken, and I haven't built the new one that I've got. It's been on the kitchen table for a while now. But I'll get to it this week, I'm sure. Lots of other stuff going on in here with the family and stuff, so didn't get to fly anything, but yeah, it's okay. A little too warm out there anyway. The cats even are staying inside. They like the AC. WB6JNN.
Okay, very good, Jim. WB6JNN, K6MYC, fine on everything there. And,
Brett?
Huh? Brett, I'm going to get Brett next, yep. Brett's coming your way, and then we'll pick up PQL if he's in there. I'm sure he is, and maybe some others. We should have Russ in here. Russ is kind of invalided, so he can't get out and do too much, so he might be checking in with us as well. K6KLY. But Brett, take it away over there in Newman. N5NPD, K6MYC in the Bozo Net, over.
Good evening to Judy and Mike. N5NPD, Brett Newman, 1129. Yep, and it's getting pretty hot, so I'll be here tomorrow for 6 meters, and I think I'm going to leave the area and go northeast, get a little bit cooler weather there. So, and Merle, KO6DHI, wanted me to let you know that he has his 6-meter beam up, and he will be reaching out tomorrow, and it's usually when you're pointed towards Oakley that he can receive you the best. So I'll pass that information along, and that's about it. Over.
Okay, that's Merle in Merced, as I recall, or Modesto, KO6DHI. So we'll keep an ear out for Merle. Hopefully we'll hear him. He doesn't have much of a signal on 2 meters for some reason. Maybe he'll figure that one out. It may be a feed line issue, or it may be something about the antenna height or whatever. Anyway, hopefully we'll do better with him. Thank you for that. You say you're going to be out of town now, getting somewhere cooler?
Yeah, starting, I'm going to leave Wednesday. I'm going to head to Portola, so I'll be out of the area until about Tuesday. I think that's the 2nd, so I'll be back on the 2nd.
Oh, okay. That's not right. The 4th is on Thursday. You're only going out of town for 2 days?
I'm sorry. I was getting the wrong thing. The 9th. I looked at the wrong portion of the calendar. The 9th. I'll be back on the 9th for, the 8th. Sorry, I'll be back on the 8th for 6 meters.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I thought that would be a really short trip, not worth the effort, sort of. All right, very good, Brett. Thanks much. Have a safe trip. We may catch you tomorrow on 6. Hopefully, if you're going to be home. If you're not, well, we'll catch you next week, perhaps, on one band or the other here when you get back on the 8th. Okay, W6PQL. I haven't heard you yet, Jim, but I'm sure you're there somewhere. K6MYC.
Yeah, I'm hanging around here, Mike. How you doing? And I think when Mike was talking about Jimmy, he was referring to KF6QCH up in San Francisco, so he's probably waiting for you to give him a call. K6NYC, W6PQL.
Okay. Fine, Jim, and we'll stand by and get Jimmy in here. I'm sure we'll hear Jimmy tonight based on how good the conditions are. So thanks very much for popping in, Jim. W6 Papa Queen London, 1296, over there in Fremont. I bet you were 90 plus today, weren't you?
Not really. We got to 85, but looking at the forecast for the coming week, we'll be probably 100 or better, so it's coming.
Yeah, sure is. Okay. We're planning on a lot of pool time here. All right. Let's get Jimmy in here. KF6QCH, Jimmy, go ahead.
K6MYC, KF6QCH, 787,
Okay, well, I've got you, Jimmy, but way, way down from your signal last week, so either something's changed. Mike in Daly City was strong. You should be strong in here, and I don't know why you're so weak. You were Q5 at the beginning and went right into the noise at the end. Well, we've got you 787, KF6QCH, 787, Jimmy. We've got you logged in, Jimmy, but I'm not sure we'll have much conversation. Let me turn it back to you. Maybe you've got the antenna pointed in the wrong direction or something. Or maybe you forgot to switch the amp on, if you have one. KF6QCH, K6MYC, over.
Roger, Mike, copy all that. I don't know, it sounds like I'm getting some sort of QSB on my side. But, yeah, I can hear you with the amp on. So, 7-3, thank you. And thanks for the relay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it helped a lot to have the amp on, Jimmy. Thanks for putting that on. You're pretty marginal without it. All right. right, very good. Let's see, is there anyone else in the Bay Area? We've got a few messers. AXX, KLY, not to leave anybody out. How about it, guys? K6MYC 2-meter Bozo Net.
WA6AXX, no traffic.
Okay, hi Ed. WA6 Alpha X-ray 773. Up there in the high country of Los Altos, probably was about just broke 80 today, didn't it?
Yeah, Saratoga went up to 82 today and upper 90s this coming week. So not looking forward to it, but do the best we can. And yeah, so hopefully Russ is recovering. He's supposed to be able to start driving like tomorrow, I think, said July 1st. So hopefully Russ is doing okay and he'll be able to start getting out. K6MYC, WA6AXX.
Well, Russ has been on, so he's well into his recovery. He was in the hospital for 9 days, but he's checked into at least 2 nets here. So he's around. It's just that we may be doing something else tonight. We'll take a standby. Thanks for popping in here. WA6AXX, how about it, Russ? K6KLY or anybody else in the Bay Area, check in now, please. K6MYC. Okay, I got a very blank look and a very blank screen there, so I guess that's it for now. We'll come back to the Bay Area later in the evening quickly for late checks and missed. 7-3 all, and we'll see some of you tomorrow night on 222 and 6 meters and so on. I'm going to Oakley now. Okay, we're coming up on Oakley. N6 Radio Oscar, N6 Radio Operator, K6MYC. Well, maybe he's got a Zoom meeting or something here. Maybe we'll have to come back and get Ken later. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. How about Clear Lake? Anybody up in Clear Lake? Let me bump the antenna just a smidge here for Clear Lake. And see if that helps anything. Clear Lake, N1PPP and others, K6MYC. Okay, nothing heard in Clear Lake, and we haven't heard Dennis for some time here on this band. He should have had his stuff fixed long ago. But let me go on up to Sacramento, and maybe we'll hear Dennis tonight. Oh, there he is. N1PPP 336. N1PPP, how about it? Do you have Kent in there as well, Dave? Over. I didn't get it. Can anybody repeat? Does he have Kent in there? Is KA6OSX also checking in? K6MYC, standing by, standing by. I hear you. Go ahead. Do you have Kent? Over. Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead. Over. Okay, I'm trying to determine whether you also have KA6OSX. Do you have KA6OSX also? Over.
All of Kent's radios were stolen this last week, so he's got no radios to get on.
Roger, that's too bad. Give him our condolences on the stolen radio. Who in the hell broke into his house and stole his radio? That's insane. What was he, leaving it on the back porch or on the front porch or something? Anyway, thanks for that information, and tell him that hopefully he can get a replacement quickly there, Dave. 73s, thanks for checking in. We'll look for you tomorrow night. N1PPP, K6MYC.
Okay, you off a little bit that time. I heard you're okay. Thanks, Mike. I'm on TPP.
7-3, Dave. Okay, now I'm up towards Sacramento. KJ6KFB first, KJ6KFB, K6MYC. How about it, Darren? KJ6KFB, KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Darren? Nothing heard from Darren. How about you, Bill? KO6KD, KO6KD, K6MYC. Over. KO6KD, K6MYC, Bozo Net, 2 meters. Over. I think I'm still working here. Sacramento fall off the map here.
K6B.
A6, and then you stopped. Go ahead. Go ahead again. K6, go ahead again.
K6 video. K6 video, Bozo Net 1081, 1081.
Okay, 1081. Good evening, Nelson. We've got Chanel, K6VDU, Victor Delta United, 1081. Good to hear you, Nelson. Thank you very much for coming in. I thought I had a broken radio here. I wasn't getting any response from your area. Nelson, I think you've told me before, but I can't remember what is your town that you're in there. Over.
Hey, Mike, it's a little rough here. I need to listen to you on the screen. It's a little rough copy here on the RF.
Okay, let me bring the antenna back a little bit on you, Nelson. I lost you. You came back, but to very distorted audio with multipath. Try it again. I'm looking for the name of your town for fun. Over.
Elk Grove.
Elk Grove, okay. Got it loud and clear that time, Nelson. Thank you.
Yep, Elk Grove.
Anything to report from Elk Grove tonight? How were the temperatures there in Elk Grove today? Over.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you all. Talk to you. Stay secure.
I don't think we're syncing very well with Nelson. We're doubling. I'm talking when he's talking, and he's talking when I'm talking. Is somebody helping out that's copying Nelson better than I am? Over. Somebody said Elk Grove. Was that you, Rob?
Roger. I heard him a little bit after I peaked my antenna, but I don't remember what he said. Over.
Yeah, he's going into some kind of multipath distortion, and I can't copy much of it either. I'm trying to find out how hot it was in Elk Grove today. What was your temperature today in Elk Grove, Nelson? Over.
Mike, it was, maybe around 97. Wasn't sure. I have to look up my temperature here, but it was hot. Hot enough that there wasn't comfortable being outside. But I spent an hour or so keeping the tools back in after I worked on my antenna. So yeah. So back to you, Mike. Nothing more. K6 video.
Okay, thank you, Nelson. 87 degrees. Very good. Thanks much. Thanks for checking in. Your signal came way up at the end there, and the multipath distortion went away pretty much. Thank you, Nelson. Thanks for checking in here. K6BDU in Elk Grove. K6MYC, looking for KO6KD. Must have fallen asleep, and hopefully he will wake up before the net is over. Anybody else in the Sacramento area? How about points in and near and beyond? How about you, John? KR6MR, K6MYC. KR6MR, K6MYC. Okay, I'm going to call for Redding. Let's see if we can get Redding in here. Redding, Charlie, November 80 up in Redding. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6SW. I wonder if you're there, Rick. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC. Over. How about Jerry? KO6HS, KO6 Hotel Sierra, KO6 Hot Sugar, K6MYC. How about it, Jerry? Okay. How about KE6ILX? How about you, Jeff? KE6ILX. Are you there, or is it too hot up there in Grass Valley? And we got Dave in here, WA6 LOL. Are you still with us, Dave?
Yeah, I am, Mike. Hello. Let me see. Hello, is this thing working? Gosh, I don't know. I don't see anything on my radio that says I got any modulation, but my amp says I do. So, yeah, hi, Mike. K6MYC, WA6LOL.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, the audio was distorted the last time we talked. It's cleaned up a little bit, but I'm still hearing a little roughness on it, but I'm not sure it's me. I'm not sure I have the noise blanker on or not, because I got so little noise tonight, and when I turn the blanker on and off, I can't hear the difference if there's no other audio in there. Anyway, good strong signal as always from you. Hope everything's well up that way, and you're about to come in some pretty good moon times here pretty soon. Over.
Yeah, I am. You know, I just got the guy down in Rob down there in Hawaii, and we got his, he had his left antennas out of phase with his right one, so he had a big notch in the middle instead of a peak, and we got that solved. And anyway, so now he's on moon time, and he says, Dave, I've been up for 3 days. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, he's going to have to go to bed, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, I said, yep, I've been through it. Yep, at some point you're going to have to go to bed before you lose your mind. That's what that Luna thing is all about.
For sure. Well, it looks like he's on the air and he's working lots of people. He's got lots of business, I take it. Over.
Well, you know, Mike, he is, except that he's running 200 watts because his remote station out on the other side of the island there is all solar, and so, you know, he's set up with enough solar to be able to run 200 watts. And I said, you got to grab a PQL amp now, because he has such low noise that his receiver is just amazing. You know, he's hearing stuff off the moon better than I am now with his antennas working well, and I don't have the big ones up here yet. But anyway, I said, you're going to need about, at least 1,500 watts to match that receiver you've got. So we'll see. I think it's more of a daunting task when you're on solar to do that.
Yeah, maybe he should not think about anything much more than 400 or 500, but 500 or 600 would make quite a difference there. Over.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, he talked a little bit about, I know nothing about solar, but he talked a little bit about what he was going to have to do to ramp up to that, and I don't think he's looking forward to that part of this. But things have been good, and it's really hot up here. And I went and got a swamp cooler and pulled that air conditioning unit out. It's so expensive, and boy, I love these swamp coolers. It feels so good to come in out of the hot sun and stand in front of it.
Yeah, Yeah. It also isn't so bad on your nose. It doesn't dry the air like air conditioning. That's why whenever we run the air conditioning in the house, my nose cracks inside because it's so dry. Holy cow. I have to put Vaseline in my nose to keep it from breaking. Anyway, but I like the swamp cooler also. We've been running on swamp coolers. We're probably going to have to relate to air conditioning here this coming week, though. We're going to be over 110. And the swamp cooler starts to run out of gas at about 105. So we'll see. We also have the fallback condition is the pool. Hi. All right, Dave, let you go. I haven't heard N6 RZJ. Are you there, Dan?
WB6JNP.
WA6HNA.
I hear you, Greg, and I hear WB6JNP. Let me get Dane in here. WB6 Japan November Pampa. WB6JNP, he's number 107. Hang on a second, Greg, we'll be right with you. Go ahead, Dane, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, K6MYC, WB6JNP 107. We're back from Sacramento. Actually, I think I checked in twice remotely through somebody up there on 2 meters. Nothing on 432, but I could hear a few people, but I was strictly mobile, so it was only with the vertical. So anyway, we're back home. Everything is well and progressing nicely, and that's about it.
Okay, well, thanks for checking in. I'm glad you're back. Hopefully things are progressing as you'd like them to there. Thanks, Dane. Sorry we missed you on 432 there. All right, let me get it up to you, Greg. You're down a little bit, but maybe I can fish with the antenna and see if I can find a better peak on you. Phil was quite strong when he checked in earlier, so I'm surprised you're so far down. WA6HNA, K6MYC.
K6MYC, WA6HNA. Yeah, there's huge QSB on you tonight. You're going from S9 down to like S1 and then back up to S9. Phil's got a straight shot at you. He's up at 4,000 feet, and I'm at 3,000 feet with a 3,500-foot ridge right between you and me, about a mile south of me. So I'm nice edging over that when you get to you. Oh, and for Junior, I'm 1013. I forgot to do that. So, and hopefully tomorrow night, Mike, we'll find that Dave, WA6LOL, actually sounds a lot better on 6 meters. We fiddled with that. I don't know if Dave told you, but we made some progress, we think, on his the distortion he had on his audio peak. So, and yeah, Phil, I heard Phil in there too. He's rattling around in the background, lurking. So, K6MYC, WA6HNA. Yeah, no, Dave sounded pretty good. The distortion I saw on him initially was the blanker. I had the blanker on here. So he sounded back to his normal self there. So thanks for the help with that, Greg. And I brought your signal way up on that one. Did you get his Bozo number? Okay. So Judy got your Bozo number, so we're all tidied up here. And quite a good signal now that we've got the antenna more pointed at you. I didn't hear my boys in Redding tonight yet, so I don't know what's going on there. We'll call them again in a minute as the last call before I go to Nevada. The guy that we haven't heard for a long time is Russ, KW6T. He was in here and was looking like he was going to be back and back on a regular basis, and then that was 2 months ago now, and I haven't heard him since. So hopefully something's not changed in his life that he can't get on even on 2 meters. He also has 432 and 1296, and we can work him on 432, and he had never been able to get through on 1296, but the system wasn't really up properly. Anyway, thank you, Greg. Good to hear you. I know it's cooler up there at your altitude. It's about 90 plus here in the shack in the barn. We'll probably do the rest of the week. We'll probably do it from the house where it's cooler, and I'll do it with the moon bounce array on Wednesday. Hi. So it might be a little bit different propagation apparently.
7-3, Greg. WA6HNA, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Take care. Stay cool. Jump in the pool. We'll be doing all of that. Yeah, and our peak temperature here was 88 degrees. So, but that's going to be it for the 80s for like the next 10 days. We're heading up from here. K6MYC, WA6HNA. Have a good evening. And hi to Judy.
Okay, yeah, she's right here. She says hi. Very good. All right. Let me go to Redding. What's the heading here? 331? Okay. That should be close enough for Redding. Redding, where are you guys tonight? KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6SW, K6MYC. Are you there now? Okay, very, very light. I can tell you're in there, but copy is no copy at the moment. But we hear you, and we've got you logged in here. Stand by. Let me see if I can get Jerry. KO6HS, KO6 Hotel Sierra, K6MYC. Jerry?
Roger, KO6HS 230. You're coming up on a little bit of a peak there, Mike. How copy? Over.
Well, you're right in the shack with us. Say hi to Judy.
Hi, and please repeat your... Oh, hi, Jerry. Please repeat your number, please.
Roger, we are... Well, I am 230, 230, over.
Okay, and you went down in the fade when you said it, but we got it. Thank you, Jerry. And, boy, that was a rapid fade, but what a big boomer that was. That was great to hear you. Thank you, Jerry. And let me shoot it back to Rich and see if it's up for him now. KD6SW. Go ahead, Rich. K6MYC. Go ahead, Sopping Wet.
Okay, KD6SW. I hope you can copy now. Number 145 here in the nice cool village of Redding. Over.
Yeah, we got your 145, and I bet you were pushing 100 plus today. And next week's going to be a killer. What are you expecting next week for temperatures? Over. No, back down in the noise again. Boy, oh boy, we got a funny path to you. Very short duration peaks here, so we'll have to wait. We'll look for you tomorrow. We'll listen for your CW. We'll listen for your CW on 6 meters. We'll look for your CW on 6 meters, Rich. 73s to you, 73s to you, Jerry. Thank you guys very much for being loyal checker-inners here on the 2-meter nets. Hi. KO6HS, KD6 Sugar Whiskey in the Redding area, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Thank you.
Okay, 7-3, Mike. So long.
7-3. Okay, anybody else before we go to Nevada?
N6RO.
N6 Radio Oscar. We called you earlier, but we'll get you in here, Ken. And I won't move the antenna if you're copying. I'm hearing you fine. November 6 Radio Oscar. Who is this wandering through the shack here? Is that Blackie? Or is this Abby?
435.
Yeah. No, 835. 835.
It's going to be bigger this week. Nothing new to report on the winch. The handle will not engage either up or down. So something busted in the gear train. N6RO, later.
Okay, well, I didn't get copy until I pointed the antenna on you. I had massive flutter. Good signals, but terrible flutter. So tell me again about the winch.
Oh, I had no success trying the ideas that you and Frank suggested. The bottom line is the handle will not engage in the gear train in either direction. So something's broken in there.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about no luck on the winch. Okay. All right, well, listen, we'll let you go. We'll look for you tomorrow on 6 meters and 220. So hopefully we'll have some better news and a little better, easier copy here. We were getting distracted by one of my black cats walking through and walking all over Judy's log here. So we're distracted to a certain degree. Good evening, Ken. N6RO after a fairly relaxing weekend with no contests. K6MYC.
The contest has just started. It's the Canada Day. I'm doing 80 meters only. So far, just two Canadians and two USA. So it's going to be a long night. N6RO.
Okay. Well, try to stay awake. We'll see you tomorrow. Contest is just starting. Whoopee.
Yeah, you're much louder now.
Yeah. How was your temperatures? You must have pushed toward 100 today, huh?
97.
Yeah, that's what we had. Well, we had 100 plus a little bit here, but not much. The rest of the week's going to be brutal. All right, talk to you tomorrow, K6MYC. Good night, Ken.
Good night, all.
Okay, I'm going to Nevada. I'm looking for Rab, KO6KD. Are you there? Okay, nothing heard. KO6KD. We'll get him on the way back, I guess. Richard, KD6BQ, KD6 Bravo Queen, K6MYC. Are you there tonight?
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 349. How are you doing down there? Over.
Well, we're doing hot, Richard, and it's going to get hotter. We're just trying to finish the net here and get back to a cooler house. It's pretty. We got the wind going on us here, but it's still kind of miserable in the shack here. I think we're going to do the rest of the nets during the week. All except 1296 will be done in the house, and that'll make it easier for us. So we'll do everything in the house except 1296. I've only got one station on 1296 that works. That's Tuesday, of course, but otherwise we'll be in the house where it's cooler. Hi. Very warm, 101 or so here today. Let me see. Have you heard anybody else in there? How about, we haven't heard Larry for 2 or 3 days here, so I'm not sure where Larry is. N7 Whiskey Tango, Larry? Oh, Larry. What are you hearing there, Richard?
Haven't heard anybody, but I haven't asked around there, so I'm sure Daniel's out here, and maybe Stan, but yeah, sorry about the hot weather. It's supposed to get pretty warm here later on the week in the low 90s, which is hot for us. I hate to tell you this, but our current outdoor temperature is 71 degrees, over.
Yeah, you're a turkey. Our current outdoor temperature is about 90 here, maybe the same as it is in the shack. In fact, the shack may be warmer. I think it cools down a little bit quicker outside than it does in the shack. Anyway, yeah, we're going to be pushing 110 to 112 through the middle of the week and through the weekend, next weekend. So we're going to be 7 or 8 days of really hot stuff. Good enough, Richard. Let me see if Daniel's there. KD6, KE7, UQL. KE7, Uniform, Quebec, London. K6MYC.
Here is 272, King Edward 7, United Queen, London.
Oh boy, you're in the shack with me. Holy cow, KE7, UQL, King Edward 7. Uniform, Quebec, London, K6MYC. He's 272, of course. And a great signal. Who else have you heard? Anybody?
I've just been listening to you talk all over California.
Okay. Conditions are very good tonight for the most part. There are some big fades. Big QSB, however. KE7, UQL. Okay, very good, Daniel. And of course, we'll look for you tomorrow night on 222. And hopefully we have good conditions tomorrow night as well. Certainly good tonight. All right. right, let's see if Stan is in here. Stan, how about it? K7SUN. Let me bump the antenna a little bit more your way. K7SUN, K7 Sugar Uniform November in Fallon, Nevada, K6MYC. Okay, nothing over there from Fallon, Nevada. K7SUN, K6MYC. Okay, back to where Larry lives in Gardnerville. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT. Is it too hot in the shack there, Larry? K6MY. Bozo Net, over. Well, Larry's just not there lately. Oh boy, must be taking a summer vacation from ham radio, or at least these bands. Hi. All right, Richard, we'll look for you tomorrow on 6, probably about 8:15, give or take. All right, 7-3, and we're going to go back to Sacramento. We missed a couple of people in Sacramento, and then a quick stop in the Bay Area, and then we'll go for Porterville, Rob. 7-3, Richard.
7-3, Mike.
Okay, how about it, Bill, KO6KD or KJ6KFB? KO6KD or KJ6KFB, or anybody else in the Sacramento area, AJ6 Queen Lima included, KE6, KE7, KE6, oh, for heaven's sake, I forgot. I had said it earlier. Anyway, anybody else in the Sacramento area, please come now, K6MYC. Well, I don't know what happened to the Sacramento-Roseville boys. Let's go to the Bay Area quickly. Enough. Bay Area, late checks are missed. Anybody that we missed in the Bay Area the first time around, late checks are missed. K6MYC, 2-meter Bozo Net, over.
Hey, Mike, is WA6LOL still on frequency?
I don't know. You want to call him?
Well, he won't hear me. He's got a point with his antenna to. He's got his antenna pointed up to the side on me, so he's not going to hear me. I just wanted to ask him if he was going to be on EME on 2 meters in August, because that's when I'm going to be there.
I'm sure he will be, but do you guys want to go off frequency and talk? He's on frequency now, over.
Well, I can talk with him on the chat. That would be better, and then we won't have to hunt for each other and point antennas and stuff like that.
Okay, you know that Jim's going to the Azores in August. Most of August and maybe a little of September. What's the start and finish dates, Jim, over? Dave's copying you, over.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll point up in his direction. I may lose you when I do that. Let me give that a try. Let's see here. This should be about your direction, Dave. You hear me okay?
Dave, you're copying him now? A6LOL, where'd you go?
Oh, I didn't know. I thought I heard my call in there weekly from someone who was calling me.
Oh, I thought you were calling and copying him. PQL's aimed at you now. Listen, call PQL and see if you can hear him, over. He wants to tell you that he's going to be in the Azores operating 2-meter EME in August, over.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Then August EME, I will write that down, Jim, and I will look for you.
Yeah, Well, turn over toward the Bay Area and see if you can chat with him for a minute, over.
Okay, let me get the antenna moving that way here. Give me some chatter there, Jim.
He's going your way now, Jim.
Hey, Mike, how many did you get? I got to go down and eat now, over.
We're counting. Hang on.
Yeah, hi, Dave. I can hear you in there. I've got a little bit of noise on this end, but we can go down 10 kHz. I got a quick question for you, over.
29, Rob.
Okay, I got 31, huh?
Well, we might have missed somebody. Well, I'll go over the log with her. No worries. Let me go down to Porterville. You go eat.
Okay, I'll have the radio on listening. Over.
Okay, down to Porterville. KE6BK. KE6BK. How about it, Eddie? KE6BK, or maybe even N6SWR in the same direction. Late for you, Ben, but not late for Eddie. KE6BK or N6SWR. Anybody down south? K6MYC Bozo Net. I hear a very tiny signal probably coming out of Los Angeles, beam toward the central California, Fresno, beam toward Fresno, beam toward Fresno. This is Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Delta Mike 07, Denmark, Mexico 07, over, over. Okay, hearing nobody at this time, I'm going to close the net. Aaron, if you're listening, thank you for coming up from over there on the coast. Have a good time. We'll talk to you tomorrow, perhaps. K6 USY and the group with KM6SRR down at dinner, K6MYC.
Yeah, Mike, I just wanted to let you know I will not be on 6 meters tomorrow night because I have my HF rig with me, but I will be running the net. I just won't be able to check in because the radio I'd be checking in with is currently sitting right next to me.
Roger, no problem, no problem. We'll catch you one way or the other somewhere, over.
Yeah, I'll be on Tuesday on 1296. I left all my antennas on the 9700 on the horizontal position, so I can I basically left the 9700 set up for all the nets.
Sounds good. Thank you, Aaron. Have fun over there. Enjoy the weather. K7USY, K6MYC, clear and closing the 2 meter Bozo Net.
Hey, Mike, could you relay for me? I wasn't able to. I have a lot of, when I am at PQL, I'm going right over the town of Sonora, which is very noisy, and we weren't able to make it, but I guess he had a question.
He had a question for you. Well, I can go back to the Bay Area. Stand by a second.
Roger.
Dave, I think he just wanted to know if you're going to be operating EME because he's going to be out doing EME as well.
Yes, I will. Yeah, let him know I certainly will. And I've written down here August PQL in the Azores, so I will be looking for him. I'm not sure how the declination will allow for our having common moon, but I'll check it out.
Well, you should have quite a bit of moon time. He's about as far east as anything in that area, over. Far west as anything, over.
Okay, all right. Well, that's, look forward to working them. That'll be exciting. The Azores. Thank you, Jim. I need that.
Okay, W6PQL, are you still there, Jim? Well, you got a little time, so we'll coordinate this. He said he'd look for you on the chat room. He'll look for you on the N0UK chat room, I think, Dave, over.
Okay, all right. I'll look for him over there. As a matter of fact, I'm watching it right now if he wants to go there.
He may be there now. I don't know. He doesn't do EME from the home QTH, so I don't know where he is, but I can't reach him now. He's not listening or he can't hear me, one or the other.
Oh, I'm here. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. You're using N0UK chat room?
Yes, sir.
Well, I was referring to the chat that's online here, the one that we're using. But when I coordinate with Dave in early August, I'll get a hold of him on N0UK.
Okay, he'll look for you on N0UK early August, but what's your earliest possible start date, and you're going to use what call sign?
I'll be CTH/W6PQL, and but it'll be probably the 1st of August through about the 15th, and at that time, around the 15th, we have lousy moon conditions, so I'll be changing the antenna over to the 1296 dish. But for the first 2 weeks of August, I'll be doing 2-meter EME, and toward the end of that period, the second week of August, will be pretty good conditions to get to the West Coast from there.
Oh, yeah. Don't think you'll have a problem. Give me the prefix for /W6PQL again. Your prefix over there?
Charlie Tango 8.
Charlie Tango 8, Dave. Charlie Tango 8 from August 1 to August 15, give or take. Over.
August 1 to August 15th. And Charlie Tango 8. Yeah. I will, and then I'm on the cluster all the time, particularly when the moon is up, so I could talk with him over there too, and we can coordinate that.
Yeah, he'll get on N0UK from over there as soon as he gets up and running. Just keep an eye out for him. We just wanted to give you the heads up, and it'll probably be a new country for you. So he's easy to work too. He's no problem. He runs smoke and a pair of XP22s, I think, or XP20s over there. So he's got good signal. And he can also work a horizon shot. He's got a water shot on a horizon setting moon, over.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, and I understand he knows the guys so he can get good amps.
Yeah, he knows the guys that make those amps that are really powerful. Okay. He's got everything taken care of, Jim. Thanks for coming back. We'll see you guys tomorrow, one way or the other. WA6LOL 73, W6PQL 73, K6MYC clear and closing unless there's something else.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, 73 Mike, W6PQL.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, good night, Mike. K6USY CM95.
73, Aaron.
Good night, Aaron.